Ayaya Ajopi sannavyayatma Bhutanam Ishvaropi san Prakritim swamadhisthaya Sambhavamyatma mayaya. Bhagavan says that by nature I am Ajaha. Ajaha means unborn. Just as we have seen in the second chapter also, the nature of the self was revealed as unborn. Ajo nitya shashvatoyam puranaha. That supreme self or the supreme reality is unborn by nature. It is not born in a particular time or place or situation. It's unborn, not confined to time. And avyayatma, imperishable. No change take place in the nature of that self. Bhagavan says, I am imperishable, indestructible. And third thing, Bhutanam Ishvaraha apisan. I am the Lord, controller of all beings. Bhuta means that which is created or all beings. Not only the inanimate objects but also the animate, all beings as well as the whole world. Bhagavan says, I am the Ishvara. I am the controller of this entire cosmos, entire world. Right from a tiny little ant to all the devatas also. I am their boss, ultimate boss, Ishvaraha. Prakritim swam adhishthaya. By controlling my prakriti, my nature, which is trigunatmika, sattva gun, rajogun, tamogun atmika, this prakriti, which we have seen in the third chapter also, controlling this cosmic, my nature, I manifest sambhavami atmamayaya. I manifest in a particular form by my own that power called Maya, by my illusory power, I manifest in various forms. Now let us try to comprehend what is the meaning of Ishvara. How many of you have seen Ishvara, by the way? She has seen, very good. He has seen, very nice. See, how many of you have seen yourself? All of you have seen. How many of you have seen me? All of you have seen me. So when I say I mean what you call that personality who is identified with this body, with my mind, with my intellect. It's called the Jiva. I, the Jiva. So we have this wonderful body, and there is this I who is identified with this body. There is this I who is as though the owner of this body. There are billions and billions of cells on my body. Each of them have their own independent, sometimes function also. There are so many organs in our body. They also have their own function. But all of them are ultimately controlled and ultimately working for me. I am the Lord of my body. So just as there is this individual body, which is made from the material from this world, there is this vast cosmos, which is made up of these 5 elements only: Akash, Vayu, Agni, Jal, and Prithvi. Space, air, fire, water, and earth go to make this entire cosmos, and the same 5 elements go to make my body also. There is that I, the consciousness, who is identified with this body, who is called that I, the person. There is consciousness which is identified with your body, that is you, the Jiva. So in this way, there are so many Jivas who are identified with their own individual body. But who is running the show? Who is running the show of this whole world? I am running the show of this body, but who is running the show of this whole world? So the scriptures tell us that that consciousness which is identified with this body, same consciousness is identified with your body, and same consciousness is identified with the total cosmos. In fact, Ishvara, when we say Ishvara, is the same consciousness identified with the totality. The whole world, with all the billions of stars, all the planets, with all the beings, the whole world is just the body of Ishvara. Just as we have this body, this is the entire world is body of Ishvara. Just as we have our own individual mind, there is this cosmic mind called the cosmic intelligence, which controls and which runs the show of this world, which is experience when we come to experience the laws of nature. These laws of nature is nothing but the expression of the intelligence of this cosmos only. So Ishvara, when we say Ishvara, we mean that same consciousness identified or expressing through the totality. And Jiva is that consciousness expressing through an individual body, mind, intellect. To make this more clear, let us take example of the ocean and the wave. When we say wave, we mean the water in a particular shape which we see in the ocean. But when we talk about ocean, we mean all the waves plus something more. Okay? Waves are only on the surface, but the ocean is much more than what is on the surface. It is much deeper and much more. So waves, they have their own strength and power. Suppose I am a little wave, I have my own ability and strength and all, and other wave is trying to be dominating me, but I will use my own power and try to, overtake that other wave and all. Some waves I don't like, some wave I wave to them. But all this, though I think I have my own individual power and all, but I get this power from the entire ocean. The ocean is made up of all the waves put together plus more. But what is ocean made up of? Water. What is wave made up of? Water. That water is what we mean by Atma. And when we say wave, we mean one Jiva. And when we talk about ocean, we mean Ishvara. Please remember this. Baki sab naam roop hai. Baki you don't have to bother about anything else. There is one ocean, there are many waves. There is one God, there is one Ishvara, and there are many countless jivas. All of them are like rising in the Lord, or existing in God, and again merging back into God. Now, before we go further, let me ask that question again. How many of you have seen God? Please answer by raising your hand. Very good. Because nobody can deny seeing God. Those who deny, you contemplate on it little further, because that is how the nature of that Lord is revealed. God is what we see, the mountain, the rivers, the trees, the sun, the moon. The world which we see is the body of God. The difference between the Jiva and Ishvara is only with respect to the body and only with respect to the intelligence. Isha Jivayor Veshadhi Bida Satsvabhavato Vastu Kevalam. Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi Ji says that the difference between Ishvara and Jiva is only in their dress. The Jiva is wearing a little dress, God is wearing the total dress. Jiva has got little intelligence, God has got complete, total intelligence. That is the difference. This again, let me make it clear by taking the example of our own body. Our own body, which is made up of millions and millions of parts, millions of cells, is all functioning and being controlled by one personality, I. There is that I which is pervading this entire body. But just imagine that you happen to go and meet one cell in the body. That cell will have its own life. It generates its own thing. It will have its own duties and all. I have to keep on secreting this. I have to keep on making this. I have to keep on contacting the other cells. They have their own. For whom are you working, oh cell? Oh, I am working for this heart, I am working for this. They might not know the name also. I am working for this, Those organs also, you go meet them. Kidney is there. Kidneys are there, I think, too. Heart is there. Lungs. Your pancreas, glands, and nerves, and brain, and blood, and so many things secreted, and so much of things happening. The blood is rotating, going all over our body through all these capillaries and veins and arteries and this and that. So many things are happening in the body. All of them are happening for me. It is my body. When I leave this body, everything disintegrates and goes. Such mighty empire which was built up as a body just get dispelled when I drop my identification with that body. But if one has to contact these organs, they will not know that they are functioning for that one Lord, I. They will not know. They will not know that all these things are coordinated by that intelligence in I, which is that intelligence of this whole body. Suppose everything is functioning normally in the body, but if there is some problem, something, that intelligence of that body, it creates a special type of material to deal with this. Some of these white blood cells and all, they go to fight in the war and all. Some doctors will be very happy. They say, suddenly some gland and all tells them to create this hormone or use this cell or do these things, and they just rush to do their job. But from where that intelligence has come? From the intelligence which is the total intelligence of the body, which belongs to me only. So I, the pure consciousness, my intelligence is there in this body, which makes the body function. And whenever there is a need, I, the intelligence, appear in a particular form to take care of that need. In the same way, you study the body. In the same way, this whole cosmos is body of God. He is called the Virat Purush. Image we have given later on of God in some particular form, but he is like a cosmic person with the eyes and ears, and all these are nothing but the powers of nature. Sahasra Shersha Purushaha Sahasrakshas Sahasrapad. In the Upanishad, God is described as having many hands, many legs, many eyes, many ears, because everyone's eyes, everyone's ears, everyone's leg is God's leg only. So if we accept the presence of our own existence, if we accept the existence of this world, naturally we also have to accept the existence of God, who is making this world run. Is that if we observe, we will be able to comprehend the intelligence which is there in this world. But further, if we go down, we will be able to recognize that consciousness. If we recognize consciousness in me, I will be able to recognize the consciousness in the whole world. So when we talk about Ishvara,